So what happens when we split the columns with by positions?
By positions, first three letters are removed,
No,
not
no, no.
first three letters,
Don't say,
but
don't say like first three letters. Say like
okay.
what are the number of positions we give. Depending on the positions, it will remove those number of letters. Don't say like three.
Letters. Okay. And separate column not created in by position.
Correct. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So today we'll discuss about one of the important topics in Power Query Editor. All right. So the next topic is merge queries. Today we'll go through merge queries and append queries, and if the time permits, I'll touch the transform ribbon as well. So did I told you like we call them as ribbons? This is called as home ribbon, transform ribbon, add column ribbon, view ribbon, tools ribbon, and help ribbon. These are not tabs. These are called as ribbons. Okay, remember that word.
Yes.
So in future,
Yes.
like when you're working, when you're having any conversation with your colleague or your lead or anyone, mention like, okay, I went to transform ribbon. Don't say like I went to transform tab. Okay, to focus or to showcase yourself as an experienced person, you have to use this kind of terminology. And in query editor, we call these tables as queries. These are all the queries for us. Yeah. All right. The next one is, and that's why it's called as like merge queries and append queries. Since we call these as queries, which means that merge queries means we are merging two queries. All right. So now let's see like what were the what is meant by merge queries and what were the different options available in under merge queries. I have a drop down here. You see a drop down. When I click at, I have two options, which is merge queries and merge queries as new. The major difference between merge queries and merge queries as new is when you choose merge queries, the merge will happen on the selected query itself. Like what of the query you have selected here, the merge will happen in that particular query. When I choose merge queries as new, what happens is it will create a new query with the output, which means that it will create a new table with the output, with a merged output. Understood? Anyways, I'll show you like what exactly happens when you choose both of them. So I'm choosing as of now as merge queries, and my selection is under dim customer, right?
Yes.
So since I have selected dim customer, by default, the query here will be like dim customer, and we can see all the columns. Whatever the columns were there, we can see all those columns here. Okay, and now I have to select another query with which I want to merge. For example, before learning these merge queries, let's take a scenario, and depending on the scenario, we can achieve these merge queries, right? So now fine, since we are working with dim customer, I have a customer key here, right? And this is a fact table where I have a customer key. Yes, I have a customer key here as well. Remember one important thing, when you're merging, you have to merge with the same columns, right? That's when your output will be generated. So what I want to do is, which one will it select? All right. So I have a discount column here, like discount amount column here. I have a discount amount column here, right? So now I want to move, or I want to copy this particular column to dim customer query. Understood my requirement? I don't have discount amount column table. So now what I have to do, I have to copy that dim customer amount column. And how I can do that? How I can get this dim customer amount column to the dim customer table, or discount amount column to the dim customer table? How I can achieve this? So the main motto is we have one particular column in one query, and I want to move that particular column or copy that particular column into another query. Understood?
Yes.
Right. So now my selection is under dim customer. I have selected merge queries. Right. And since I have to validate on the same column, so I have selected customer key here. And here, where is my where is my source column, discount amount column, in which table?
Fact internet sales.
Fact internet sales. So what I'm doing is the column whichever I have here in the fact internet sales, now I'm copying that column to the dim customer, comparing with customer key. So whatever the values for 1100, sorry, for 11,000, whatever the discount amount is there will be there. For 11,001, whatever discount amount is there, it will be displayed in that discount amount column, right? And understood till now? Is it
Yes.
clear? Perfect.
Yes.
So now the major part comes into picture here, the very, very important, which is join kind. Let me open the material. Did I give you the material?
Yes, I have material.
You have the right. You have it right. Okay. By yeah, joins, right? So we have a join kind here. We have to select what type of join, or what type of join means is nothing but called as matching. What type of match I want to do here. So by default in Power BI, we have 6 types of matching things, or 6 type of join kinds. The first one is left outer join. Left outer join means all from first matching from the second, which is nothing but all from the first table. Like this is my first query. Dim customer will be my first query, and fact internet sales will be my second query. So what happens with left outer join? All from first and matching from the second, which means that it will take all the rows from the dim customer, and it will take the values from the discount amount column, because discount amount column is in fact internet sales. It will take the values from discount amount column, whatever the customer keys are matching with this customer key. Understood?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So to physically or to graphically represent it, this is the left outer image. This is the first table. A is the first table and B is the first table. You remember, guys, like in our childhood, like in our school scale, where we earned like we learned like union,
Yes.
intersect,
Yes. Union interest.
right? The same thing. The same thing. This is the first table and this is the second table. So what it is giving, it is returning all the values which is there in the A table and only the matching values in the B table. And how the matching will be done? Based on the selected columns, and that's why we choose the same columns here. Got it?
Yes.
Right. And the next one is right outer join. What happens in right outer join? A is the first table and B is the second table. It will return all the values or all the rows and columns whatever there in the B table, and only the matching values from A table.
In the A table.
Right? And full outer is nothing but like it will return, like it will not match anything, like whatever the values are matched and unmatched, it will return everything. Clear with full outer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in inner, what happens in inner? It will return only the matched
Only
values.
matched.
It will not return anything else. It will return only the matched values between these two tables. And left anti in the first table or
Unmatched.
in the left table, yeah, it will return the unmatched one. Same with right and D, it will return on the unmatched one from the right table. All right. So now what I will teach you is I'll teach you few joins, and the rest of the joins I want you to practice yourself and find out how the output is coming, so that you'll understand. Right. So now left outer, I have selected left outer here. You can see here like the selection matches 18,484 of 18,484 rows from the first table, which means that all the customer keys were matching from both the tables. For both the queries, all the customer keys were matching. Okay, so now you can ask me, let's say for example I'm like it's not matching the all the values, then what happens? Then it will return a null value. If the
Okay.
values were not matching, it will return the null value. Clear?
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm checking on OK. This is the new column which it got generated. And now what is my goal? What is my motto? I want to get the discount amount column into the dim customer query, right? So how I can get that? You see, like this is this is a table data. So we have to expand this table. How we can expand this table means we have this small icon here, right? So when you click on it, it will show all the columns which are returned, and you have to select only the necessary column. Which one you want? I want
Fact.
discount amount,
Discount
right?
amount.
So I have selected discount amount, click on OK. So now my discount amount column is available here. Let me rename. Now my discount amount column is there. I've copied fact internet sale, like I have copied the discount amount column which is there here to dim customer, depending on the values we have. Understood, or shall I explain it again? Hello?
Yeah, understood.
Understood, or shall I explain
Yes.
it again?
No, no.
Clear, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now let's do the same thing with merge queries as new. I'm taking dim customer. I'm taking fact internet sales, comparing with customer key, and then I'm taking inner join. It's estimating the matches. Do you see like there's a new query got generated?
Yes, match one.
It's taking a bit more time to load. let's continue with the next one, like until and unless this is loaded.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, understood the difference between merge queries and merge queries as new?
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So would you be able to work on the rest of the joins for full outer, right outer,
Right outer, full outer,
right? So just
full
apply,
outer. Yes.
yeah, just apply those join kinds and see how the output is coming. And your task for today is, what you have to do is, you have to create merge queries as new. Don't do as merge queries, create merge queries as new, and then do left outer for one of the merge queries, and again select merge queries as new, do right outer, and you'll be getting merge to, yeah, we got it here now. Where it is, discount, discount amount. Still showing, it's still loading. Okay, no issues. Select fuzzy. Right, so your task is like, you have to get 6 merge queries here, like 6 new merge queries, and rename this query. Like, since I have done this for inner join, right click on it, click on rename, or else double click on this, keep it as like inner join. Sorry, I misspelled it. Inner join, and again same thing, click on merge queries as new, fact internet sales, customer query, I'm taking right outer, click on OK. Sorry, right outer, right? Right. So similarly, you'll be getting six queries here. So do for all those queries, and then save the file. Like day before on yesterday also I've given you task, right, for the split column and the group by. Do the split column, do the group by, and do the merge queries, and send me the PBX file in WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay.
And the next one is append queries. All right, there is one more important point you need to learn with these joins. Merge queries. Okay, I did not mention that point here. Cool, no problem. So let's understand the logic that works behind the inner join. What inner join will do?
Only
Sorry, come again. What inner join will
It is
do?
only matching in both.
So it will return only the matched values from
matching
both the,
data.
right? So what, like, did you guys remember? I have told you very one important point. Let's say, for example, in left outer join, it will match the values from the right table, and it will return. And if the values were not matched, what it will return?
Null value.
Null value, right? So in the inner join, will I be like, do I have any chance to get null values?
No.
Why?
Both are matching data.
because it will return only the matching values. It will not return any other matching values. Only the values whichever were matched, only those values will be returned.
Okay.
Right? So this will be your interview question, like in which particular join or in which join kind you will not be able to get null values. What is the join name?
Inner join.
In inner join, we cannot get null values because it will return only the matching data from both the tables.
Matching.
Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. And also the next one is append queries. Again, we have two options, append queries and append queries as new. So the same thing, like how the merge queries and merge queries as new worked, similarly append queries and append queries as new also will work, right? So if you're choosing append queries, depending on the query you have selected, the queries will be appended. So now here what I'll do is, since we have like 1000 rows, like you cannot see the bottom rows, so let me enter a sample data. Right, so I have these two tables, and now what I want to do, I want these 4 rows, like how many rows I have 4 rows here, right? So I want these 4 rows to be added here under these rows. So what we have done in merge queries, we got the entire column from one query to another query, but in append queries we are getting all the rows from one query to another query. How we can do that? Click on append queries and select whatever the table we want to append. I want to select with the table 2. Click on OK. So what happened? The rest of the 4 rows, whatever were there here, were added here. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So what happens in the merge queries? We are getting one column from one query to another query. But in append queries, we are getting all the rows from one query to another query, irrespective of the column. Understood?
Yes.
Right? And now, I'll show you some important things. Why I got null values here? Any idea?
Serial number mismatch.
Why? It's not matching anything. I'll tell you why. What is the case here? Like, what is the casing for this name, serial number?
Lowercase.
Okay.
But then here,
Uppercase.
uppercase with lowercase, right? So since this is in lowercase and this is in uppercase, the column name was not matched, and that's why first initially it has returned the 1 2 3, like what are the columns there in table, and then it has mentioned the null values here for these particular elements, And again, for these elements, it has mentioned null values here, and these were the values from the table 2. Got it?
Yes.
Right. So the table structure, the structure of the table should be the same when we were appending. If the structure is not same, then it will return null value. So now I have changed the column name to as it is from the table. So my null values were gone. Clear, people?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, yes.
When I say the structure should be the same, the column names and the number of columns also should be the same. For example, I'm entering another data. How many columns I have in table 3 now? How many columns I have here?
3.
3 columns, right? And now how many columns I have in table?
7. 2.
2.
Columns.
Not 2, right? So now let's see what happens when I try to append table and table 3. What happened?
Null values are
Since I don't have any age column in this table, so there it has returned null values, and from the table 3, what are the age values were there, it has returned them. Got it? Understood?
yes.
Clear, or shall I explain again?
No, it was clear. By practicing, we have more doubts.
That's what I've told you. By listening up, like when you're listening, everything will seems very
Is
easy,
clear.
but when you're practicing, you'll get a lot of doubts. That's why I told you to practice, and I'm giving you
Okay.
assignments. Okay, so you have to practice like number of times. Though you feel like, okay, fine, I practice this concept, I know this concept, but still you have to do it again. Practice, keep on
Okay.
practicing. The more you practice, the perfect you get. So what is your task today?
Merge queries by 6 joints.
So you know how to do much from that. You have to create new 6 queries here, like inner join, right outer join, left anti, right anti, full outer, left outer, like that. You have to create 6 merge queries, and also practice append queries, and also practice split
Split
column
column.
and group by. These 4 things should be there in your PBX files.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Now, for example, this table 3 has 3 columns, right? But then this
Yes.
table has only 2 columns. Before appending, it has only 2 columns, but then this table 3 has 3 columns, right? And now your task is, okay, fine, you have to append table and table 3. You have to append table and table 3, but then you have a extra column which is age column here, but then I don't want the age column here. What I can do? It's very simple. Think. Understood the question?
Yes, yes.
So how we can achieve it? Any guess? Can you guess it or shall I tell it?
Remove the column, remove the age column,
Hmm?
then make
Okay, so you want to remove the column and then append.
yes.
Okay, but if I remove the column, that column will be removed from this table, right? From my source table itself. So I'm losing the data here. I don't want the age column after appending. I didn't tell you like the age column should not be there in the source itself. Understood? Question.
Yes.
Yeah,
How
no
I can do
guess.
that? You're almost close. You're very close. It's very simple. Like you just told the answer. You're almost close, but there is a small change. All right. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and append the queries. And here I'll remove the column. Now I don't have the age column here, but I have my age column here. Understood?
Yes.
So I'm not losing my source data, and I don't have null values here again.
Okay.
Clear? And now let's say, for example, fine, I have this. I want this age column as well, but I don't want null values. How I can do that? How I can treat null values here?
Replace with null values into and nothing and yeah,
Whatever it is.
like what?
One second. Okay. Okay. Why I got error now? Any idea? Because
Text
I have
data type.
selected serial number column and I have to replace it. I have to select whatever the column I want to work on. So replace values. Why I'm getting like this?
Data type.
Okay. Got it. It's a numerical, and now I'm giving text data.
Okay.
Understood now why data type is important? I've taught you data types, right?
Yes.
Did I explain the data type?
Numerical.
Yes, right. So since I'm trying to give a wrong data type, it's showing yeah, it's actually
Showing error.
throwing an error. Understood here?
Yes, yes.
Understood till here? All
Yes.
right. And then under transform ribbon, you will see most of the things which you have already learned, which is group by. Even we have the same option. What are the options we have under home ribbon? We have the same option under transform ribbon as well. And use first row as headers. And then data type. Rename. Rename is nothing but like you can rename the column name. Double click on this.
Column
Don't need to use this particular option. And then replace values. Split column. Right? These were the next few options, a few other options available, right? And even under add column, you will be able to see the same thing. Whatever the there in transform, you'll be able to see here. For example, you have a format, you have extract, and you have some mathematical calculations. You have format, you have extract, and you have statistics, or what are the mathematical calculations supported. But and also we have the same date column and same date one. Same options were there under add column ribbon and transform ribbon. Why do we have the same options between in both transform ribbon and add column ribbon? And this will be your interview question. What happens when you do split column or like do format option which is available under transform ribbon, and what happens when you do a format option which is available under add column ribbon? It's simple. Under transform ribbon, whatever the things you are doing, the output will be displayed in the same column on whatever the column you are working on. But in add column, it will create a new column here, and the output will be displayed in the new column. That the name itself says add column, which means that it will add a new column.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Add column means
Yes.
it will add a new column. But in transform, it will not add a new column. The output will be displayed on the column whatever you're working on.
Okay.
Right? So what happens when the output gets displayed in the column whatever you're working on? You will lose the main data and you'll be able to see only the new output in this column. Right? But what happens in add column, since it is generating a new column here with the output, you can see the old values here and the new or generated output values in the new column. That's the major difference between transform and transform ribbon and add column ribbon. Like anyways, I'll show you like when we are working on transform and when you're working on add column, how the columns will be generated newly. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't forget. Please practice all those 4 options, like whatever we have, because these are important. Merge queries is important. Even group by is very important.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll try to join by 9:05 or before 9:10. Okay. Today I have some issues with my GoToMeeting. Like it's not opening up in a proper time.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Practice and let me like just post the questions in the group. And also, once you are done with the practice, I want how to save the file, right? Did I show you how to save the Power BI file?
No,
No.
please explain once again.
Okay, fine then. So once you have done here, like once you have done all the necessary transformations here, click on close and apply. Okay. Once you click on close and apply, the data will be loaded into Power BI desktop. But as of now, I'm choosing only close. Okay. Because it will take time. So I'm choosing only close. But you guys have to click on close and apply. Then only the merge queries will be saved there. What are the merge queries were there? Then only you will get those merge queries here. Once you come here, once you see all your table names here, like inner join, right outer join, full join, once you see all those table names here, then you have a save option here, right? At the corner.
Yes.
Yes.
Click on save.
Yes.
Click on save, and it will open the dialog box. Like the way how you save a MS Word file or any other file. For example, since this is already a new file, like it's an existing file, right? So the dialog box will not open. Okay, I'll do it as save as. This is the dialog box you get. Right? Mention your name here, like Vini, and for Manindra, like Manindra. Okay, mention your name, and while saving, the extension will be .pvi.
Okay.
Right? You know about
Yes,
the
yes.
extensions? You know, like in general, like do you know about the extension? .jpg, .doc, .txt. for different for every file format it will have extension, right? So for Power BI it's PBIX.
Okay.
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 So save it and send me in the WhatsApp group. Post it in the group. Don't post it personally. Post it in the group.
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just text me.
Okay.
All right. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Right. Thank you.